ध्यानम् खड्गं चक्रगदेषु चापपरिगान् शूलं वसुण्डीं शिरा शङ्खं सन्दतितीं करैस्त्रिनयनां सर्वाङ्गभूषावृताम् नीलस्याद्युतिमास्य पाददशकां सेवे महाकालिकां यां स्तौत्स्वपिते हरौ कमलजौ हंतुं मधुं कैटभम्. So in the previous video, we have understood symbolism, esoteric meaning of what are the tools Maa Kali is holding, like sword, wheel, mace, nada. And I hope you enjoyed my view of looking at things. So please leave in the comments how did you feel about it. It will mean a lot to me in terms of giving motivation, or maybe you're all seekers, so it'll help me understand a different perspective, your perspective. It's really important to learn. In this video, let's look at the next set, which is the bow, the Dhanush, iron rod, and trident. All right, Dhanush, bow. See, anybody who knows archery, what is that? You know, that archery meaning we need to have crystal focus. We need to have that aim. Hmm? So when we are dealing with these life challenges, be it having distractions when you're on spiritual journey, or going through this life's trials and tribulations and challenges, and we are in that phase. What is Dhanush? When you look at a bow in a mass hand, what we see is we need to not just look at the outward looking things that show up, but also the root causes that hinders personal growth. Whatever is the root that is stopping us from attaining, be it practicing every day on a spiritual journey, or trying to solve a problem, or it can be the root can be at a different level. It can be at actions level, which is your habits. It can be at your psychological level, at your emotional level, mental level. It can be at your at your karmic level, spiritual level. So we need to understand, if it is a recurring problem, it means definitely there is a strong karmic pattern which is in some lifetime. Because Gita also talks about the eternity of soul, right? So if that is true, so certain problems also emerge because of this root problem. So just like how we need to focus, there's a lot of unworkability. I'm not able to do. That's outward. But go level down, you understand where is this problem coming from? From what is this problem arising? Is there a way I can relook it? I can make peace with it. Okay. So once I identify the root problem, then I have multiple ways to deal with it. But it identifies that first we need to identify, instead of just ignoring, avoiding, we need to confront, we need to confront our challenges. Next, what we need to do is, just like when you're, pulling that bowstring, there's a lot of energy with which you just pull it to a level where the the string has the arrow gets the power, isn't it? So just like that, that arrow symbolizes the assistance. Just like when you are trying to focus, mass, if at all we are praying, we are into the spiritual path, mass guidance will come in multiple ways, such that Ichi gives that energy to to, from in the dark I'm shooting, like I want to focus. So she will assist in showing the path, showing the place where I can understand where my route is, where to focus, this direction, this direction, this direction. Along with it, it will also resolve. Okay, sometimes we know this is the root problem, but we don't want to take any action on it. We don't want to do um, anything to solve it. So this will help us strengthen our, it's a symbol that, when you hold, Ma holds a bow, she not only shows us the direction, not only helps us focus, but also gives us that resolve to work on it, to move on it, to overcome those difficulties so that we are in the right path. So once I know this is the path, this is what I need to go, that is when the power she gives, like we'll be like once we don't know where to focus, and we'll be clouded with our own problems, our own reasons on why things are like this, why is this happening like this. But then the moment I know this is the area I need to focus, and she's showing me the way, I get some strength to move forward. And in that, I am able to, I have the courage and the capability to conquer these obstacles, both in personal or spiritual journeys, so that we are moving forward with determination. So it's a sign that our actions, whatever we are wanting to take, firstly we are focusing on the road, and then we are aligning, looking at where to focus, aligning our actions with our aspirations and values, aligned with the divine, knowledge, wisdom. And that way we are able to, completely cut our life problems, or navigate through our life problems, or overcome our life problems, and have growth and success in areas what we are always aspiring to have. Okay. Another thing is, okay, I know that I am focusing on a route. I know that I know take particular action. I need to go this way. And now that I know she is there behind me, I also feel strengthened that yes, I can move forward. But then again, discipline is one of the traits that is required for me to move forward. So it's also reminding us subtly that you need to have self control, you need to have discipline in following some routes which can help you overcome these adversities, be it in your spiritual path or your personal path. And you need to put enough focus, enough effort, enough perseverance. You can't just think that I'll just start and it will happen. No, you need to have that discipline either to do a spiritual practice, or to take new habits, or to manage your emotions, or to clear your karmic cycles. Whatever it takes, you need to take that course. And all the while we were shooting in the dark, struggling and stuff. And when we know the path, sometimes these evil tendencies show up as challenges, or questioning, or what will happen, what is that Ma can do, or it can show up as some more obstacles, like laziness, or procrastination, or not able to focus, distractions, or um, I have no human comprehension, but it is happening. Huh? I don't know why it is happening, but it's happening. All of these, each of these evil tendencies, or we have anger towards somebody, or we have jealousy towards somebody, or we have comparisons. It can come in different ways, or a kind of resignment that nothing can happen, whatever. So all of these, these are all it shows up as these kind of obstacles, when we are in our paths. So Ma says, once you know the root problem, and then once you identify this is the path, know that I am there behind, but keep going with discipline. Like how a bow requires, like archery requires, kind of certain focus to shoot at the right place. It requires discipline in terms of, moving those hands and the limbs to the point. It's all a process, right? Similarly, whenever we want to achieve certain things, we need to have patience. We need to be little more, keep going. So first, faith. Keep your faith, 100% faith. Go till say 11 days, 20 days, 44 days, whatever. You know, just don't try for a day, a two, and then say, oh, no results have come. Just go for, keep continuing that practice 21 days, 22, 20, 40 days. Keep going. And then see what changes I've seen. Okay, how my life moved without my knowledge. If you want, write a journal, make a note of changes you're observing weekly or fortnightly. So that is one of the ways you can look at how you're progressing. But whenever we see Dhanush, whenever we see a boy in Ma's hands, it is reminding that first focus, perceive, effort, determination, discipline, important. And she is there to provide us this. It's not that I have to somehow, I just have to surrender, Amma, give me discipline. You know? And she will find a way to help me be disciplined. It can be by my own kriya, by my own ways, or through my, my people in my life supporting, or system supporting, ecosystem supporting. It can happen in multiple ways. But first we need to ask that, please give me this, knowing that she will give. That's what this means. And the next comes iron rod of discipline again. You know, we talked about overlapping again. So here she's holding a barrel, that's like a rod. This also is okay. Whenever I need to be disciplined, or I need to be determined, I need to be having perseverance. What is that one thing that is required for me is inner restraint, self-control. So the bow is the outward focus, like I'm looking at out and I'm putting. But here the iron rod emphasizes a steel kind of will, for self mastery, control over my thoughts, emotions, and actions. I know this should not be done, but I should be able to control myself, and that is that iron rod of, like they say the steel will, right? Like I have a will of steel, something like that. Okay, so when a blacksmith, who works on the iron with consistent effort, hmm, he shapes some iron into different objects, shapes, and stuff. Similarly, the parit, the iron rod, which Mai is holding, teaches us that when you have discipline, our life can get much better. We can achieve a lot of things. It can help us grow, evolve, from a consistent practice. Like, is it be it sticking to some strict spiritual practices, or some, you know um, habits, some actions, whatever it is which can help us navigate our life challenges. For some people who are into, say, health, and we wanted to look for, working out regularly, so it's an action based thing. Okay, somebody who's looking at spiritual evolution, like we are looking into reading this Durga part, and for these kind of us, we need discipline in everyday reading it every day, no matter whatever are the things that may show up in as, obstacles, and things that might stop us from this practice. We need to hold ourselves and go in that path, and we need to ask, Ma, please, please help me go through it. Please help me to regularly do this practice. I know when I evoke you, you will guide me through my thoughts, through my mind, through my actions, through my words. You will help me, or through people around me who is encouraging me to do this. Somehow you will do it. I know. So please give me the strength to do this practice every day. So it's everywhere you're surrendering, you're asking. She's like a mother. Who else will ask? If I don't ask my mother, who will ask, isn't it? And if I don't, how will she know? She knows because she's Jagan Mata. She's Ma of everyone, so she knows a lot. But still, it's my responsibility to ask what I'm really desiring, what am I seeking, and look for ways that she's showing up as pathways. And inside of it, it may not happen exactly like what we are asking, but whatever way she's showing, trust me, it's the best way. When you just look back, you feel like maybe that's a that was like a churn. Even the samudra mardan, they say, right? Only if if you do this, the in the Milky Ocean, there is this asuras and gods who does this, like buttermilk, churning the ocean, the milk ocean. And when they do that, lot of time, after this, there is like this poison that comes, and still, then only this amrit comes. Similarly, whatever are the challenges that are there for us, like a churning, it churns our ignorance, ego, all the evil tendencies, and then help us get that. First we get all these poison, which is in, taking negative tendencies, maybe alcohol, jealousy, blaming, leaving responsibility, avoidance, and we're in that route. But keep journeying, meaning I keep surrendering. God will show up ways. Even when you're in this path, always God never leaves, as I said, right? You're her devotee or not, she will always be bestowing her grace. It's just that when I'm not in the spiritual path, I don't even see the signs what she's showing at me. So I'm so ignorant. Okay. But the moment there's always a time, divine timing. She waits for a little time. And the time is the time when she thinks, okay, if I leave now, this is going to go beyond. So I have to, like how we as mothers, we know that a child throws tantrums. We keep quiet for a while. After that, we say, no, no. So similarly, she also intervenes at the right time. So that till then, whatever poison comes, still we keep. She comes and then she pulls us towards light. And then when she start pulling light, and then all these evil tendencies go one by one by one by one. And then comes nectar, Amrit. Or the other way to look at is, I'm going through these difficulties, but still I'm holding Ma's legs and hands, saying, Amma, I'm surrendering to. Maybe Ma tests us also sometimes. So she may put more difficulties to see if, I can, it all aligned with our karma again. It's not, she can't do anything, beyond that, right? Like it's all, we are responsible for our actions and our troubles or happiness either. So whatever is aligned, say for example, if at all our karma is like I took this life to clear certain big obstacles that and with which clearing it can help me ascend. So she holds through different. Maybe I'm ignorant to where she's holding me, how she is helping me, how she is supporting me. But in the human comprehensible way, maybe because my spiritual route is so closed, my Abhijatra is so close that I can't even comprehend how divine is helping me ways. But when there is a time, I'm still holding, and I'm not leaving her hand in whatever way form. That is when slowly my karma gets cleared and my life becomes more sweeter, aligned with the divine purpose. So in whichever way, the iron rod is a indication that with consistent effort I can let go of my evil tendencies and embrace divinity within me and also look at divinity outside of me. Then everything in this universe is orderly, right? There's a structure and order for everything. So when you are disciplined, there's definitely things work. We know that. But how is a big problem. I said seek mass support in doing that. She will help us. But then it's not just about looking at external things. Sometimes we also look at internal. Hmm? Like we need to align our principles, our values, uh, how it will help us. We need to self motivate. Everything I can't leave it on God. I can also take some actions inside of me. Outside appearances are certain things, inside appearances is something. So both of it are important for me to look at how I can achieve my uh, I can overcome my life tribulations or move towards spiritual awakening. So it's not just about external forces, but also I have to look at inside, aligning myself with what is needed so that I can achieve my goals, I can achieve my desires in whatever way aligned with divine guidance. That's the underlying part. Now looking at other things. Parade is also like a rod also teaches the importance of setting boundaries. There are some things which are temporary, like this human body, but there are certain things which is timeless, like Ma. So who is the priority? Our soul. The soul is eternal, they say, right? Till we attain moksha. So which is to be more given priority? We do the reverse. What is important, eternal, we give least importance for our soul to evolve, whatever doing practices to for the soul to nurture, to soul to grow. We don't do a lot. But what are temporary? The dresses, the human, face, appearances, the looks, worldly pleasures. These are all after this it's gone. This we prioritize. But it's a sign that like a iron rod is that like it has no it's like going beyond than that. So it talks about impermanence. It talks about the value of the nature of these worldly pursuits versus the spiritual truths and where to prioritize our time, our energy. Where do we put more focus towards spending our time? All of this is what this parid also represents, saying ignorant human. Please focus on what's important for your soul to evolve. Don't don't go like a mad donkey behind a carrot, asking for more, 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 more. Once you achieve this, once more, more. Or trying to be living a shallow life, artificial life, running behind materialistic pleasures. No wrong, but have a difference between what is eternal, what is temporary. And remember the sense of cycle. You may be having a lot today, and your actions, you may be doing some things to hurt people, to pull them down or whatever. And it's a cycle, right? So it's showing like, you might be having today a lot. That doesn't mean you need to be arrogant or putting people down or not caring about anything. Or you may not be having anything, so you might be, doing uh, a lot of buttering and stuff like that. Whom to you have to butter is God, not to people, because they are temporary. So we have to be always surrendering to God and take the path of God. You have or not have, because it's all part of karma. Today you may have, tomorrow you may not have. So if you acquire goodwill, if I acquire good karma, I can I can be always be full with whatever I have. I'll be content with what I have. I will be super, super delighted with always what I have. So that's the state one needs to attain, contentment. And um, knowing that I'm taken care. So this, there's a will that is required, right? That to focus on setting boundaries. Where is the limit I need to? Where is the line which moves towards materialistic pursuits, worldly pursuits versus spiritual truths, and how do I spend my time and where do I go? So all of this information, guidance, all of this, it's a reminder that Mass Rod shows us, to focus on what is eternal, not what is temporary. The next thing which we can also look at is when you look at an iron rod, it's so precise, right? You just throw it, it's like the, and when you have to throw, you have to throw with a lot of power, but with precision. So it's a duality. Any divine is always sign of duality. So it's with power but control. So there's a delicate balance between where to exert strength and where to go with disciplined approach. Everything can't be like one. I have to going because I have to go this way. I'm going to go full force. Like one day I'm going to 10 mala subject. Next day I'm gonna not even look at playing. Or um, every time I'm looking at doing it like bulldozing people, shouting at people because I'm doing a spiritual kriya, doing, asking everyone to follow it, or through force, or if somebody is not able to do things the way you wanted to do, asking them to, putting them down, or asking them to not, showing them worth on you're not even worthy of, you're not able to do these things, or because some things are not happening according to my will, I'm just putting force, again, more harder, more harder, more harder, and to make it happen I'm pulling everybody, and making everyone listen to me, uh, or, or going into a depressive state that nobody is there, but still I have to work hard. It manifests in different ways. And so I'm only blindly exerting strength there, but I'm not having a strategy, a methodical approach. So wherever strength is required, we need to put strength. Wherever we need to put discipline, guided by wisdom. See, here I'm again saying you have discipline, but is the discipline towards doing hard work, which you thought, or is it aligned with divine wisdom and discernment? When it is later, life feels smoothly moving. If it is yours, whatever hard work you're doing, still it is going reverse. You're not seeing any results. So that's a sign, that it is your way or divine way. Divine way, it feels less stressful. Your way may be a lot of stress. So the moment you realize I'm stressed, that's what I said, root cause. We need to understand, focus. That's where these tools will, help us understand, oh yeah, maybe I'm going in this way, which is not right. So I need to look it this way. Hmm? Next comes shul, trident. This we see in multiple gods' hands, right? Not just Maa Kali's. This is also a sign, it's gift from Lord Shiva, so obviously she has that. So each of these, there's a parallel story that each of these has been gifted to her to kill the demons. Okay, the conch, the thing is given by Vishnu and stuff like that. So the shul, Lord Vishnu. So the shul represents divine power and authority, providing us with strength and protection. It's like this. So it's like it's like a sign of protection to conquer all the obstacles we are facing when you are going on a spiritual path or while facing trials and tribulations, and we are going to face it with courage, resilience. Whatever are the obstacles that come, this trident is a sign that she will clear it. Okay, it can be ego, it can be ignorance, it can be attachment, or it can be other things like negative, destructive forces. As I said, it can be ego, it can be anger, it can be jealousy, it can be lack of clarity, confusion, chaos, anger. Okay, whatever it is, the shul inspires us, or the ma who holds the shul is giving an assurance that I'm there to help you overcome all these negative tendencies. Okay, I'm clearing the path. I'm just like when you put it and you do it like this, like how a garbage gets cleared like that. She is clearing, she's putting a thing on those evil tendencies and just clearing it like this, so that the path for our inner transformation is showing up, and we are able to move forward in line with our whatever is the obstacle we are wanting to get cleared. In that way, we are also, it's a path for personal development. Okay, so it's giving us a strength that I need to move towards when I'm working on something which is important to me. It's not just the outward obstacles, but also there are some inner obstacles also. Apart from these inner, the personality related, self-restraint, willpower, effort, perseverance. In only it's not just this, but also with respect to our emotional restraint, we also require in terms of this. Even this, it may come in these forms also. So the shul is a sign that she's gonna clear even those tendencies and put us towards path of divine transformation. The other thing, another way to look at is you all have three qualities, right? Satta, Sattvic, Rajas, and Tamas. It is part of human nature. So it says that we need to balance. Okay, we'll do some other video on what is this three human qualities, but just for the sake of discussion, let us understand that we need to have a nice balance between these three gunas for us to live a harmonious and peaceful life. So Mars Trishul, is a sign that she is giving courage to confront, overcome all of these dark qualities that are arising from any imbalances and trying to balance. So that is the reason the Trishul is, it's like this. So it is three: Sattva, Sattvic, Rajas, Tamas. All three it is balancing and moving us towards aligning it with the divine will on. And because see, when we are in lost phases, there's a lot of things that universe is trying to do to bring us into their path. Okay, so one of those paths are synchronicities that happen, and when that happen, when you're at the beginning levels or wherever we are, we face obstacles because it's part of human life, and that is where we need to seek refuge in divine's will, in divine power, to keep continuing, to keep moving, to keep practicing, to keep doing our sadhana. mm, So that, you know, things fall into that, the universal order. So through utter surrendering, show me the way, I'll walk, that kind of stuff. So when we are aligning our actions, intentions, emotions, thoughts, everything with the divine, which will take some time. That is the reason we ask people to do such parts. Even you do Hanuman Chalisa part or Durga part or Rudram part, any part which you are doing for a period of time. It helps us calm these evil tendencies, whatever we are right now fighting against. Help us cut this ignorance, cut severs with our karmic patterns, help us move forward, looking at focus, looking at integrity, looking at righteousness, dharmic ways, looking at balancing, looking at self constraint, self restraint, control, willpower, determination. Each of these are integral part of success growth. So all of these are the signs, subtle signs. When you look at mass image, you are reminded of, oh, she's doing this, she's doing this, so whenever I'm when I know which tool is to evoke for having the strength, just I imagine Ma Durga, Ma Kali holding that and coming in front of me, offering that power to me. Today I don't have clarity. Okay, Ma is showing up as with a sword. Oh, good. I feel like I have a lot of imbalance. Okay, one day I'm happy, another day I'm super uh, you know um, angry. So there's a lot of imbalance. So that's when Ma comes with Rishi to help me balance my three gunas. So that's how she shows up in different forms, ways to help me align myself with the divine will and help me, encourage me to surrender. More and more I surrender to her, to the higher divine, higher power, and fall in line with what universe have showed path for me according to my soul print, according to my why am I born? There are certain things I am born for, right? To clear, complete. So all of that it happens so that if it is life challenges we are today working on, that shows up. If you're looking at spiritual liberation, that shows up. If you're looking at more, that shows up. But everything happens in Ma's hands. Wherever you are, she holds you at that level to take you to the next level. That's her lovingness.